It's just first time in his whole career. He's fighting for his career. First time in his whole life. I've been on this stage many times with my careers on the line. My career was on the line in Chalemba 2, Masternach, BJ Flores, David Haye 1, Edison Miranda. My career's just always on the line because what happens is, when you're not a pay-per-view fighter, you're one loss away from being finished. So you see how when Gav MacDonald went into that fight, the Gamaliel fight, I've been there where he's been. You lose that fight, you're irrelevant. No one needs you anymore. No one wants you. I've been there. Bloody hell. I was there after I won a big fight, for God's sake. I won the Cleverly 2 match and it was like I'd my career finished. But, so you know, it's... But I remember them times. I remember how hard it is to come back. David Haye's never been there. Never ever been there. Never been where he's fighting for his career. Because there's always been an excuse. Loses the first fight to Carl Thompson. Wasn't experienced enough. It's a gamble. And we can come back. We can say, you know, it wasn't the right time. I didn't have enough experience. Okay. Loses that fight, comes back, wins a world title, does great, wins in Paris, fantastic. Goes up against the big boys. Loses against Vladimir Klitschko. I've got a sore toe. It's embarrassing as it is. I mean, just why didn't you just come out and say you're not big enough and good enough? No shame in losing to the bigger, better man. No shame at all. But to come out and blame a little toe is just unbelievable. I still can't believe he got on the table and said it. So, and then he loses to me in the first fight, and it's an Achilles. But fair play to him, he didn't say that. So I've got to give him credit there. And to be fair play, could have easy, in my opinion, should have stopped, but didn't. Fought all the way through. I give him an immense amount of credit for that. And I'd kind of backed him into a corner, to be honest, Coogan, where he couldn't. That's the fact and truth of it. You was there to fight, the build up for fight week, and I kept goading him. Don't you quit now. When it gets tough, don't you spew it. Don't you quit. And that kind of came back to bite me on the ass. So.
How does this fight look like, the build up to this fight, compare to that of the original fight last year? With people's attitudes as well, because everyone obviously thought you were going to get ironed out in a couple of rounds.
Everyone tuned in and everyone paid to see me get ironed out in a few rounds, because that's what you all believed. That's just a fact. I'm
no, it's true. It's
I'm a
actually
realist.
true.
I'm not a fancist. Everyone tuned in on March the 4th to see Tony Bellew get knocked clean out in 2 rounds. That's what you all thought, regardless of how you want to put it. Don't come at me with all this shit of, oh, I bet money on you. I bet money. I won money on you, mate. You bet money on me because I was the only person worth betting on in the fight. You couldn't have bet on him because you'd have got about 10 pence back for your pound. So, you know, I'm not stupid. I'm very thankful to people for the support. But let's just be totally straight and honest. A handful of people thought I was really going to win that fight. A handful. And 3 of them were living in my house. So, that is what it is.
But
like I say, I'm not stupid. I'm not stupid. I know where I've come from, know where I've been, and I know how the business works. That's one thing I do know. I ain't no one's fool. Especially David Haye, as we've seen on March the 4th.
But the way David Haye's been in this build-up since it was announced, or the original fight was announced last year, David's kind of attitude seems to be different.
It's because he tried the intimidation game with me, Coogan, and he realised there's not a man alive who can intimidate me. I'm not scared of people. I don't know why anyone can be scared of another man because he's only got 2 arms and 2 legs like you. Yeah. So, I just don't get it. And he finally realised he couldn't intimidate me. And you know when he realised? When he finally stepped in the ring. And I laughed in his face. So, he knows he can't intimidate me now, so it changes the dimension of everything. It changes his perspective on how he looks at me. So now what he has to do is, he knows he can't intimidate me. So now he's gonna try and play it cool, calm, and he's gonna try and let his boxing do the talking. Happy days, bring it on, because I'm better prepared for that version than I was the last version, to be totally honest. I've studied that version his whole career. The nice boxer, the slick moves, the feints, the strong jab, the left hook that he's working on. I've seen that. I know eventually what he's doing with Ismail Salas will go out the window and he will revert to type. That is what everybody does. I revert to type. I calm it down. I use my brain. People have to remember, it ain't a 5-round fight. And after 5 rounds, we've still got 7 more rounds to go. And I'm fully aware of that. I don't think he is. I just think, in his mind, what happened in the first fight happened because they've got an injury. Everyone goes on to me, I see on social media, lad, you'd lost all first 5 rounds. No, I never. Don't talk shit to me. I know boxing, and I know that you reward defence as much as you reward attack when it's used appropriately and correctly. How many times did they make David miss and look stupid? How many times did they throw him through the ropes? How many times did they counterpunch him with right hands or left hooks? In the first round, they countered him with a left hook that made him jump back and nearly out of his boots. If I can't punch, why didn't David just walk me down? No one's asked him that question, because his reaction after the fight was, I don't feel any pain at all, he can't punch, the only pain I feel is in me Achilles. They were his words. If that's the case, why didn't you just walk me down and just take everything I had and then just knock me out? Because we both know you're the bigger puncher of the two of us. Oh, he carries the more weight, he carries all the advantages are on his side. I'm just a little fat cruiserweight who just turns up for a payday, aren't I? According to him.
He says if he doesn't look good against you, win or lose, that he'll consider calling it a day.
He's retiring anyway, on May the 5th. I'm going to retire him. He has no say in this, Coogan. The minute he signed the contract for the first fight, his career was over, in my eyes. Styles make fights in boxing, and it's not always necessarily the better guy that wins. It's the guy with the style that can adapt and adjust that wins. If boxing was all about the best fighter always wins, Sugar Ray Leonard would have went undefeated his whole career. Sugar Ray Robinson would have never have been beaten ever in his life. But that's just not how it works. And that's not reality. The reality is, some fighters have off days. The reality is, my style just isn't right for David Hayes. Is David Haye better than me? Will his legacy be better than mine? Absolutely yes. Is David Haye a better boxer than me? In some aspects, yeah. Is he stronger? Is he faster than me? Possibly, yeah. Has he got a better boxing brain? Absolutely no. Are his feet better than mine? No. So it's just little things, but it takes nothing away from the career he's had. He's had a fantastic career, Coogan. Look what he's done. From British, did he win a British title? Yeah, I think he did. British, Commonwealth, European, world champion, undisputed world heavy cruiserweight champion. He wasn't fully undisputed though, because he did dodge a couple of other champions. For the people out there who don't actually know, so you know, he stayed well away from the likes of Fabrice Tiozzo. He stayed well away from the likes of O'Neil Bell. So, you know, his career was manufactured very well, which there's nothing wrong with that. He was in a position of power, but David Hayes never fought or won a final eliminator in his life. David Hayes never had to go through the rankings like I had to. So, they're just different things that different fighters have to do at different times. You know, that's what's made me the fighter I am. Can't complain, I'm very happy with where I've got. I'm a fighter who's got where he's got with much less talent, athleticism and ability than David Hayes ever had. And it's funny, isn't it? Now we're sharing the same stage, but I'm the fighter who's the fat cruiserweight who can't do nothing. So I'm sharing it with the absolutely unbelievably gifted, aesthetically great athlete that is David Haye, and he's just putting up with some little fat Scouse cruiserweight.
Last week Tyson Fury announced his return to the ring on June the 9th.
I've seen about it, yeah.
Yeah, so that's
Good on him.
interesting and good.
I'm happy to see him back. Regardless of what he says, because it always gives me a little bit, doesn't he? You know what? But regardless of that, I'm very happy to see him back. So it's brilliant for boxing that he's back. Like I say, don't agree with everything he says, but it's good for boxing that he's back, and it's good for him. Personally, I like Tyson Fury. He's a damn good fella. I like his family. I like his dad. I like his uncle. I like his cousin. Good people. Good people. If the world still lived by the rules they live by, the world would be a much safer place. I've got nothing but respect for him and his family. I really do like them. He's a good lad. But he does say some outlandish shit. Some crazy stuff, but fair play to him. He stands by his beliefs and whatever have you, and you can only respect a man like that. So fair play to him.